I'm about to sing. I'll admit I'm not the best singer on the planet, but I love to sing and I love music. And this is one of my favorite songs. This might be one of my favorite songs of all time. People's Parties, Joni Mitchell, 1974. I'm going to sing a cappella. I'm just going to sing it and like vibe, and there's going to be no tempo, and I don't even need to introduce this. I just need to sing it. Oh god. Me, 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 me. Okay. Ooh, all the people at this party, they've got a lot of style. They've got stamps of many countries. They've got passport smiles. Some are friendly, some are cutting. Some are watching it from the wings. Some are standing in the center, giving it get something. Photo beauty gets attention, then her eye paint's running down. She's got a rose in her teeth and a lampshade crown. 1 minute she's so happy, then she's crying on someone's knee, saying, laughing and crying, you know it's the same release. I told you when I met you I was crazy. Cry for us all, beauty. Cry for Eddie in the corner, thinking he's nobody. And Jack behind his Joker and Stone Cold Grace behind her fan. And me in my frightened silence, thinking I don't understand. I feel like I'm sleeping. Can you wake me? You seem to have a broader sensibility. I'm just living on nerves and feelings with a weak and a lazy mind, and coming at people's parties, fumbling deaf, dumb, and blind. I wish I had more sense of humor, keeping the sadness at bay, throwing the lightness on these things, laughing it all away. 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 I'm just having so much fun here. I just recorded a video of me singing Who Is She? Who is she? I just have been really, really stuck on People's Parties by Joni Mitchell lately. I think it might be one of my favorite songs of all time. I think it's hard to choose a favorite song. But I think if I had to choose a favorite song, it would be by Joni Mitchell. It would be something by her. Because she's just the queen. I'm sorry. No one else tops her. No one. So I got into her music several years ago now. My sweet, incredible mother who loves music from back then, like Led Zeppelin and Joni Mitchell, like the rock and all of it. She said to me one day, I think you'd really like Joni Mitchell. And me being young and naive, and it's like embarrassing to admit, I didn't really know who she was. I thought that when she said Joni Mitchell, I heard, what's her name? Wait, what's her name? Oh my God. I don't even remember this girl's name. I think I know. Joan Jett. I think I was thinking about Joan Jett because I was thinking Joni Mitchell and Joan Jett. So I was like, yeah, okay, I'll check it out. I kind of already knew about Joan Jett. I didn't really know about Joni Mitchell like that. And then one day I finally really ventured into her music. I listened to Blue, which is like the most well-known album of hers. And then I went, because when I really like an artist, I go back to the beginning of their discography because I got to know where they started. I went to her first ever album and I fell in love. I fell in love with her music from there. And over the years, it kind of was just, I was just like exploring her discography. And when I heard People's Parties, I don't know. I think the first time I heard it, it didn't slap. It didn't hit me the way that it has over time. I think I might have heard a live version first, if I'm remembering correctly. And then I listened to Court and Spark, which is the album that People's Parties is from. And when I heard the studio recording, it kind of like hit for me more. And I really took in the lyrics and I was like, okay, I am Joni Mitchell and she is me. Do you ever like read a book or listen to a piece of music, an album, a song, and you're like, oh, that's me? There have been so many cases like that with me and Joni Mitchell. There's other artists and other people that have written things that I've been like, I'm not going to lie, Sylvia Plath. I remember that reading some of her stuff when I was in college just for fun. I'm reading Sylvia Plath for fun. I wasn't even reading it for school purposes, for like college. But I remember really resonating with some of what she wrote in like her journals and some of her poetry. And I was like, there's a part of me in there. And I love making discoveries like that. I love listening to a piece of music or reading something in a book. And I'm like, there's a piece of me in here. Like, this person isn't me, but like we're on a wavelength, and maybe they're not even alive anymore. And I'm like, we're on a wavelength and I connect to you. I heard People's Parties and I really let the lyrics sink in, and I was like, that's me. Like, that's me. And I think that's maybe why I love it so much, because I am like, that's me. And I've been on this kick recently of like, I just want to listen to it and sing it over and over again. It's just, I love Joni Mitchell. I love her music. It's so interesting to me. I think I was talking about People's Parties specifically with my mom one time, because she was also like, we relate on our love of Joni Mitchell. We were talking about People's Parties and she said something along the lines of, I was reading the lyrics. I was just reading the lyrics to the song, not listening to it. And it's funny how it doesn't seem very poetic. It doesn't really, there's not a lot of like rhyme going on. Actually, let me pull this up and read it myself. I just impromptu recorded myself singing People's Parties before I started recording this, because I love that song so much. And sometimes I will record myself singing and listen back, and I'm trying to hear what I actually sound like, because when I sing, sometimes it sounds different to me. And I wanted to hear that song through my voice. So I just recorded it. And then now I'm like, I want to actually look at these lyrics. There's some rhyme. There's some rhyme. I guess, I don't know. I feel like that's what my mom had said. She was saying it doesn't seem like there's a lot of rhyme, and when you're listening to it, there's just some sort of flow to it. It's like, it's not overly rhyme scheme structured, but it's like, it says all the people at this party, they've got a lot of style. They've got stamps of many countries. They've got passport smiles. So that rhymes. Some are friendly, some are cutting, some are watching it from the wings, some are standing in the center, given to get something. So there's rhyme. There's internal rhyme. Maybe my mom was talking about a different song. I'm not sure. It is interesting though, listening to this song and the flow of it. It's like, I don't know. There's something very special about this song to me. Shall we just read shall we read the lyrics? Shall we read them? I did just sing it, and there's something different that happens reading this versus singing it, in the melody and the pacing of it comes alive when it's put to the melody. Let's read it. Let's read it out loud. All the people at this party, they've got a lot of style. They've got stamps of many countries. They've got passport smiles. Some are friendly, some are cutting, some are watching it from the wings. Some are standing in the center, giving to get something. Photo beauty gets attention, then her eye paint's running down. She has got a rose in her teeth and a lampshade crown. 1 minute she's so happy, then she's crying on someone's knee, saying, laughing and crying, it's the same release. I told you when I met you I was crazy. Cry for us all, beauty. Cry for Eddie in the corner, thinking he's nobody. And Jack behind his joker, and Stone Cold Grace behind her fan, and me in my frightened silence, thinking I don't understand. I feel like I'm sleeping. Can you wake me? You seem to have a broader sensibility. I'm just living on nerves and feelings with a weak and a lazy mind, and coming to people's parties, fumbling deaf, dumb, and blind. I wish I had more sense of humor, keeping the sadness at bay, throwing the lightness on these things, laughing it all away. Laughing it all away. That's actually so poetic. I feel like maybe my mom was talking about a different song. I can't remember in particular, but there's a lot of rhyme. That's one thing I really love about Joni Mitchell's music is the rhyme, it's just like poetry. It's poetry. And the music is so interesting too. It's not just, it's all interesting. The music, musicality, the melodies and the harmonies and the lyrics. And you get the full package. Like you get everything in a Joni Mitchell song. Incredible. I just, why do I love this song so much? I love this because it starts out with her. I mean, I'm assuming this is Joni writing this, right? Some people say, when you're talking about poetry or a song, sometimes poems and songs are written from the poet, the author, the writer. Other times they're written by them, but they're maybe told through a more fictional persona. So a lot of times I remember being in writing or like English courses in college or high school. When we would talk about poetry, they would say the speaker of the poem said this. The speaker of the poem said this. But like when I look at this, I'm like, I feel like this is Joni. But maybe that's just like a feeling. Like I'm trying to I feel connected to her as a writer. I don't know. I'm assuming this is her though. And I love that it starts, she's like at a party. She's at a party and she's observing everyone. And I am like, that's me. I am always just kind of like, I feel like a fly on the wall, especially in big group settings. I'm a fly on the wall, kind of just taking in people's personalities and personas and finding it all very interesting. And this song almost feels like she's reporting back from this party experience that she had. And I love I'm going to call it a stanza, the second stanza, where she talks about this girl and she names her Photo Beauty. Like Photo Beauty as a person. Like her name is Photo Beauty. You just listen to Joni Mitchell songs and you read her lyrics and she just comes up with all this stuff that I'm like, genius. Poetic magic. I don't know. Photo Beauty gets attention, then her eye paint's running down. She's got a rose in her teeth and a lampshade crown. It's like you just are there. I feel so there. When I listen to this song, when I sing it, I feel so in this moment. I feel very like dropped into the moment. I can see it all in my mind. I can see it feels like I feel like I'm transported in time. I feel like it's like a house party. It's like the 70s. So I'm picturing the 70s kind of aesthetic. I'm picturing like the shag carpet and all that stuff. And it's a little bit dark, but there's warm lighting. And and everyone's in their cool, clothes. I mean, she even in the beginning, she talks about these people like all the people at this party, they've got a lot of style. They're cool. They're cool people. And she's just kind of a fly on the wall observing them. And she's observing they seem like well-traveled, interesting sort of people. They've got stamps of many countries. They've got passport smiles. I don't know, man. I don't know. I love her writing so much. I love it so much, but I just am dropped into this moment. I love the line, oof. Photo beauty. This is about photo beauty. Photo beauty. She's laughing and she's crying. She's happy. She's crying on someone's knee. And she says, laughing and crying, it's the same release. Okay. All right. Yep. And then it's like, I don't know. There's something about this. Is it the third stanza that I really like? Where she says, Joni says, cry for us all, beauty. Talking to photo beauty. Cry for Eddie in the corner thinking he's nobody. And Jack behind his joker, and stone cold Grace behind her fan, and me in my frightened silence thinking I don't understand. Like, me. I feel like this is a depiction of me if I were at like a party in a social scene with a big group of people. I'm just kind of a wallflower. I'm just kind of observing, fly on the wall. I don't know, feeling like on the outside looking in and in this frightened silence. I love that, like, it takes it getting to the third stanza, the end of the third stanza, where she kind of introduces herself and she's throwing herself into the mix and saying something about her, that she's frightened, she's silent, and she feels like she doesn't understand. She feels like she doesn't get this world. She feels like she's kind of outside of it. Me too, girl. Me too. Like, I love everything about the song. Every little stanza I go through, I'm like, I just love this. I just do. I don't know. I just like connect to it, man. It says, I feel like I'm sleeping. Can you wake me? You seem to have a broader sensibility. I kind of want to look up. What does... Don't be above Googling definitions ever, by the way. What does sensibility actually mean? Because I feel like I vaguely know, but I'm like, what's the definition? I feel like I'm sleeping. Can you wake me? You seem to have a broader sensibility. One definition says awareness of and responsiveness towards something, such as emotion in another. Refined or excessive sensitiveness in emotion and taste with a special responsiveness to the pathetic. What does the first thing say when I look it up? Sensibility refers to the capacity to feel, perceive, or respond to emotions, impressions, or aesthetic qualities. Interesting. I love this. I mean, let's move on to the next little stanza. I'm just living on nerves and feelings with a weak and a lazy mind. Coming to people's parties, fumbling, deaf, dumb, and blind. She is kind of being a little bit self-loathing, self-deprecating. I've been there. I'm trying to be better about that. But like that's me. Again, I identify with this. I wish I had more sense of humor. Which, like, I love this last stanza here because she's, like, kind of a little bit hard on herself, I would say. like with a weak and a lazy mind, coming to people's parties, fumbling, deaf, dumb, and blind. I wish I had more sense of humor, but I kind of like, I feel like this desire that's stated towards the end is so pure and innocent. Like, I wish I had more sense of humor, keeping the sadness at bay, throwing the lightness on these things, laughing it all away. It's just at the core of the song, it's like happiness and intense sadness, feeling very in it and feeling very outside of it. It's like these polar opposites kind of playing off of each other and dancing together. Throwing the lightness on these things, laughing it all away. Like she just wants to be more humorous and more light and able to just laugh it away. I love that. Laughing it all away. I want to laugh it all away too, girl. And I think some people are more prone to melancholy. And I've been there. And sometimes I still am. Especially in my luteal phase, I can be melancholic. And I think when I was younger, too, definitely, when I was a teenager. But like this is such an innocent, pure, and noble desire to have, I think. Like you just want to have more sense of humor so you can just laugh it all away. Like not take everything so seriously and not be so sad all the time. And it's almost like she's seeing the beauty in all of these strange, interesting people at this party and seeing the good in them that she might want to be for herself. Like seeing the way that they laugh it all away and wanting to be like that. Me. I've been in social settings where that's me. I feel like I'm just observing from the outside looking in and not necessarily trying to beat myself up, beat myself down, think that I'm like, not good enough, although I've been there and that's something I've had to work on is instead of like not being so harsh with myself, not being so hard on myself, but instead kind of observing and taking in the room, taking in the people and thinking to myself, like, I love that trait. I want that. I like their lightheartedness. I like the way they joke and the way they're humorous. I like the way they just have this happy-go-lucky personality. I want that too. And wanting to be like other people, but not in a jealous and comparison-driven sort of way. Although it's so easy to get into that zone. But instead of that, seeing the beauty in other people and wanting to be like them in this good way, in this innocent and pure way of like wanting the positive traits that they exhibit, kind of wanting to add those things to your tool belt and acquire them, not stealing them from someone, but being so inspired by someone that you want to kind of take on some of their traits. You want to kind of exemplify that in your own way. Should I just, okay. I don't know why. I just had this whole deep dive into this song. I wasn't planning this at all. I don't know what I'm going to do with this. Should I include my a cappella cover of this song? Should I just like splice the two together? It's like low-key embarrassing, but I'm not really embarrassed by it because I might be a little tiny bit pitchy and I'm not the perfect singer, but I don't mind my voice. Maybe I'll just splice that together and this will be somewhere. Maybe I'll share this somewhere. I don't know. I'm practicing being imperfect and just like being okay with that. That's a whole other conversation, girl. That's something I have struggled with forever. is wanting to be perfect and wanting to be perceived in a certain light and look a certain way. And if I sing off key, it's like, oh, embarrassing. Oh, I hit the wrong note. Oh, and I don't even, this is like, what am I don't even sing like that. I don't sing in front of people. But I swear to you, even if I'm singing, like kind of joking in front of my family and I hit the wrong note or something, I'm like, oh, cringe. But it's not just that. It's like everything. It's like wanting to be perfect in my writing, in my speech, in every avenue of my life. And I'm just like, I'm laughing it all away. I'm laughing it all away. I am practicing laughing it all away. That's my era that I'm in right now. I am free of people's perceptions of me. Even if people don't like me, that's okay. That's all right. That's all right. I'm not for everyone, you know? I'm not everyone's cup of tea. I'm feeling so silly right now. I don't even know why. This is ridiculous. I am going to go. I'm going to go. Listen to People's Parties by Joni Mitchell. And I would recommend, P.S., I would recommend listening to that album. Just open up that album, Court and Spark. Press People's Parties and listen to it. And let it go to the next song, because it naturally connects and flows into the next song. So it might sound weird and it might cut off abruptly if you just listen to the one song. So just listen to People's Parties and you can let it flow into the next song. Maybe just listen to the whole album. Maybe explore Joni Mitchell's entire discography. I could sit and talk about Joni all day. All day. Joni, I'm just going to look up. Hold on. I'm going to go. But like, hold on one second. I'm just trying to give recommendations now, because I would recommend first listen to People's Parties into the next song. What's the next song? People's Parties into Same Situation. You don't have to listen to Same Situation, but just listen to it in full. Listen to People's Parties, period. I really love her first album, which is called Joni Mitchell, in parentheses, Song to a Seagull. It's very interesting. It's very folklore kind of storytelling driven. That's how it feels. I love this album. This is where I really started. I was introduced to Joni Mitchell really through this album, and I love it. Blue is also really good. It's a classic. It's her most well-known body of work. But I really have liked For the Roses, and I really have enjoyed this live album. She has a live album called Miles of Aisles, and it's got a lot of her popular songs, and it's got a lot of her really good songs on it, and it's live. Live music for the win. I love that album. I love a good live album. Okay, I'm gonna actually go. Bye.